And I don't think this is gonna be enough to win the battle. Did you know that subscribing to this channel is giving you plus 100% of chance for the 666 errors?
Impossible.
Only 9 rolls in the battles and no hunting accidents for the whole 2022 year. Happy New Year. Oh boy, this is gonna be even more interesting episode than one when we saved Commonwealth from being partitioned in 1764. You can see the date, it's 15th May 1756, which means that we are at the start of the European part of the 7 Years' War. Because of course, as all of the wars in Europe, like 100 Years' War, 7 Years' War, was ongoing for 9 years. It just started in 1754 in Americas, and then it of course also spread into Europe when Prussia attacked Saxony. So the war seems fairly easy. We're Prussia, right? Frederick the Great. We are at war with Austria, Saxony, Russia, and France in Europe. Historically, later also Sweden and Spain joined the war on the side of our enemies. Sounds easy, right? We also have Hanover and Great Britain on our side, but I do not expect any help from these guys. And on the amount of the troops, yeah, we only have 220k less of infantry, 100k less of cavalry, and 34k less of artillery. Frederick the Great, 666 general, let me right away get them all together, so be able to start wiping the guys. Then I'm gonna delete a lot of generals because we have 4 generals above the limit. This is really funny that in this year Prussia has 58,000 of force limit. Historically they had around 200k troops at peak of the war. 120% discipline is not much. We have a strict ruler, we have offensive and quality ideas. We can take another 5 from policies. We can take the infantry combat ability from the policy, and artillery combat ability, I think I will not use it because we only have 6,000 of artillery. Then over here I'm gonna go and take the trade efficiency for bringing income. Here I'm gonna take interest per annum and trade efficiency, so the loans will be cheaper. And I'm gonna go and take the trade efficiency, production efficiency to increase our income. From advisors I'm gonna take the discipline guy, obviously. And when I go to burghers, I will take the 1 person's loans right away to have some money. And over here I'm gonna take the spy network guy, and I'm gonna go and take the prestige guy to keep increasing that. Can increase my stability to 1, which doesn't change that much honestly. And then from Junkers I'm gonna take the power points to gain more mill points monthly. And I'm gonna take the manpower, and I'm gonna take the cheaper advisors. Then from pastors I'm gonna take the cheaper advisors and high morale of armies for fighting the other religions. We are Protestants, we are fighting Orthodox and Catholics. Take it. And from the burghers, I'm not so sure if there's anything. I can take the prestige increase. Then of course go and focus on mill, as we will be spending the mill points on increasing the militarization of the country. It's right away 20%, which is additional 2% discipline. And let me accept the Silesian culture. Now, thanks to these changes, our discipline is 132. What we'll need to do very soon is to also get the bonuses from Church of Prussia. But before that, let's see the missions. Is there any mission that is gonna give us something useful? Professional army? Oh yes, additional mill points. Army professionals. About army professionals, let me just slacken right away to get more manpower. And click this to regain these points. Army tradition is gonna be very useful for the morale of armies, and that allows me to invest even more into militarization of the country, which is right now at the level of 50%, which is giving me 5% of discipline. So right now it's 135%. I'm gonna start recruiting free company because it just costs 10 ducats monthly. It's actually a lot. We don't have that much manpower. Let's get the free company. And I'm gonna recruit additionally 10, what is the current combative? Current combative is 40, of course. We have 21 and 15 of infantry, even the Sankav. So we have over the combative of the first row. That's fine, but we only have 6,000 of artillery. Let me increase that amount to 20,000. So I'm gonna start building 14k of additional artillery around here. Then I will build spy network on all the countries that are around us. So that's gonna be Saxony, that's gonna be Russia, that's gonna be Austria, and that's gonna be France. So in case of the sieges, I'll be getting the siege bonus. And let's go start having some fun. Let's get actually Frederick the Great over here, because this guy should start running away. So this right away go and catch them, and these guys will go without the force march, so I'll save some meal points. Let's go speed 4 and see how is our army quality compared to the others. Mr. Saxony. Yes, 135, 110% discipline, 6.9 morals, 5.9 morals. That's just an annihilation. Very good. I love this this kind of the start. Okay, let me get force march and go straight to Breslau. Let's see if we can wipe this 30k before they get reinforced. This guy's okay. 19th, 20th of June. This is fine, just in case this 11k of mercs are gonna start coming over here. And let's see how this is gonna go. Oh, they're just getting completely annihilated. I love this kind of the battles. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to wipe anything. It's just gonna be a lot of damage and war score that is gonna give me, but with nothing really on top of that. As we have a lot of cav that I'm not gonna really use that much, I'm gonna each time after each battle I'm just gonna keep consolidating them, so they're gonna keep less percentage of our army, and this way we'll be still over the force limit, but we'll be having more infantry than the cav. And at the same time, I'm not gonna waste this cav that is already in my armies. We need to focus right now on catching small stacks. Look how many troops just came to us from Russia and everyone. These guys are also coming. I need to focus on catching stacks around max 40k, because these are the kind of the stacks that we can easily stack wipe. So let me go and fight in this 35k of the Russians. Of course, I'm using the force march, which is wasting my meal points, but this is the only way I can actually catch these guys without anyone reinforcing, because look at this. There is just so much damage that you're doing that there's no chance anybody is gonna reinforce this. And it's gonna be also free war score. Free war score for this battle. Let me now go and try wiping the stack in Ostruda, and then we go to Stettin. Just take a look at this beauty. Shift cons. Oh, they took it in 19 days. How unlucky you have to be. Let's go. Wipe them. The thing is, over here we should have not so many defenders. So 700. We want to take this back for sure. But you should, yeah, go down, yeah, exactly a few days. Now I'm gonna turn off the force march to save some, to regain some morale, and we're gonna go and kill more guys. We already killed 125k. This is worst part, it's 1756, and I only have level 2 force. They took Magdeburg in also 20 days. This is gonna be the biggest problem of this war. Not even the amount of armies, but this force. Hello, Mr. Rush. I've heard that would like to have some fight with Mr. Frederick the Great. Yeah, I thought so. Bye. Let's go and kill the guys over here now. This 44k, the 80k French guys. So now I'm gonna change my mind. There's no sense to go there. Let me go without force march to regain the war goal right now. I'm gonna keep the merc stack in Breslau, while the rest of the armies I'm gonna go on force march straight to Ostrud to get another wipe. How many Russians died in this war already? 120k. Hello there, Mr. Wipe. It's not even Russia, it's Wipe Russia. Thank you so much. This is not a wipe, of course it is. Look, at the same time they have level 4 fort over here. I was thinking, what if we somehow get rid of Russians by just sieging down their capital in Petersburg, which is fort level 7. And Berlin is fort level. Okay, at least this is also fort level 7. I'm not so sure if we can win that. 120k of French troops led by Louis Joseph de Montcalm just attacked me. Some morale 6 points, 120, 136% discipline. We're fighting -1 because we are the ones in the fort, and I don't think this is gonna be enough to win the battle. Come on, guys. Come on. We can do this. Frederick the Great. Yes, their lines are breaking. Yes. Look at this. We can win it. We can win it. Come on. Just lose it finally. They have so many cav. We can't fight against this general. He's 4-6. He's too good. An army with a state. I was waiting for this event. It's gonna... I lose stability, but 5% of my professionals, so more manpower to regain. 40 militarization of the country and additional manpower. So let me just take it. I can retake the stability to 1, decrease the war exhaustion, and this way we have 100% of the militarization, which is 10% discipline. So right now we are running around 140% of it. So now we have this kind of the battles where we've killed 46,000 of Russians while losing 1,300 of our own troops. We've killed 400,000 troops already, mostly Russians, and now we are getting close to max war score for winning battles. So I'm researching the war goal, which is Breslau, and I'm searching the forts over here to be able to take some provinces in a peace deal. I can already separate Peace Saxony to this war by just standing on their capital and of course killing the army. I can take care of them a little bit later, right? Just white peace. And these troops will be able to help here, especially that this leader came back over here again. The French troops, I don't want to fight. We can fight anything, but not this leader. As I kept my burghers' influence low, I can of course do the same trick as in Polish campaigns, so cancel and retake the one-person loans to have more funds than waiting to get it to 100 so I can take another discipline. But most of the guys don't really want to fight me. This one particular that I don't want to fight keeps attacking me, but I have an idea. I'm gonna get the force march, so he's not gonna attack me, and I'm gonna catch this 27k to wipe them. Then I'm gonna go here and wipe these guys as well, and then I'm gonna run away, so France won't theoretically shouldn't be able to catch me when I'm gonna go and wipe most of the troops of Austrians, and those guys will be slowly coming closer to just in case help. So shift consolidate and let's go. Wipes festival, come on. Ah, look, and even French AI knows how to use the freaking force march. We need to get this guy's ACP. They will be here on the 11th March. Come on, force march, let's go. Yeah, I didn't expect France to be able to use the force march properly, and I believe that we are gonna lose this battle hard. Yeah, let me just reinforce with this mercs. Those guys start running away already, and I need to get out of this battle. See, my line already broke. Run, fools. This is unbelievable because the French stack, the 100k static is running around. This is their whole army. They don't have anything more than that. At least they're running out of manpower, so that's gonna be useful. Let's see the others. Austria is having 50k army, so we wiped most of them. They have no manpower, while Russians are still having only 98k of troops and 8,000 manpower. So it means if we keep wiping them, they'll be out of troops. So this way, they have in total already less troops on our side. Too bad that Great Britain is useless and it's not doing anything. We are only reinforcing 4,500 troops monthly and we need to reinforce 20k. So I'm gonna change my advisor to reinforce speed guy. So it's gonna be 6,000 monthly, so I can regain this army far quicker, and let me of course again consolidate these regiments. I'm also gonna build up more infantry at the same time. You know, historically Russia actually was in the war hard because ruler of Russia, I think it was Elizabeth, hated the gods of Frederick the Great. So she was very hard sieging down Berlin, and in the middle of the siege of Berlin she died. And her son actually was the biggest fan of the Frederick the Great, the ruler of Prussia. So he not only left the war, but he even started aiding Frederick the Great to come back from an impossible situation. Here I don't think it's gonna happen in our case, so I'm just counting to white peace Russians very soon. And we've got enlightenment reforms of Frederick the Great. This can give us idea cost, stability, or lost stability and tech cost. So now we have to decide, do we want to go for this tech, which is infantry fire, and 0.5, yeah, it's a decent amount, or we want to go and get the 15% more of armies from defensive. But I think I'll go in general for the technology cost in this case. Well. This time I think we should be able to have this freaking Montcalm. Let me get the reinforcements right away. 4,000 monthly on their losses. It's really tough to fight with each time, but France should be out of manpower. Yes, that's gonna be better and better. And now, as all of those guys are out of manpower and the situation is getting worse and worse, first of all I'll be able to white peace Russia in a second, and second of all I'm gonna attack Poland, so France will not be able to help them in our war. Army check. Russia, 78,000 no manpower. Okay, time to say goodbye from the war. It was nice to fight you. 300k killed. Then we go to Austrians. So it's 300k, so we've killed almost 700,000 troops already, while losing 145k of our own. So okay, we from ourselves probably 600k kills. The rest is from our allies. I could also soon piece out France, but I want to keep them as long as I'll be fighting Commonwealth. So Austria is left with 27,000 troops, France is left with 40k troops. Isn't that beautiful? They just have no manpower to maintain it. And let me go and declare war on Poland, and that's gonna be imperialism. And we don't even have to fight that much with Poland. They have 2 techs behind. Let me split this stack on 2, and we have more focus on sieging the provinces, and even not that much on actually fighting. Okay, I will fight 1 battle with the Purs for you guys. So let me just go with those 2 stacks, get a force march, and see what we can do interesting. Even I don't need a force march probably. Let's see what I can do in Ostrut. We've lost 1.1 thousand troops in this battle. Only issue is that I'm being sieged by allies of Poland, and actually those sieges are taking a lot of war score. Look, a level 2 fort of Magdeburg is 20% of the war score. Did you know that actually the biggest battle of this war was having 160,000 troops? That's a lot, right? But if you compare it to numbers in EU4, especially to multiplayer numbers, that's not even close, right? Or the biggest battle in the New World was only 40k troops. Actual siege of Havana. These AIs are very annoying, especially as they have level 2 forts everywhere. They just keep breaching the walls, like they did here, they did in Magdeburg. So, and I don't have just enough troops to go and control everything of this. I'm gonna go and kill Austrians in the Battle of Vienna. I just want to get all of my troops, because there's a chance that they're gonna wipe them. Advantage that we are, yes. See, now Austria is left with 7k troops. In Commonwealth War, we want all of the money, we want our claws, and we want nice borders here. I think that's something that we can agree on at the starter, and we'll do 1 more war of Commonwealth a little bit later, because this is just gonna be 11 years of the truce. So please send than the peace deal. And I actually could also break Commonwealth alliance with France, but that's fine. What if we keep... We could go after France, not even to break the alliance with Commonwealth, but more for the money, because we can take how much? 2,500, that's half of our debt. That's what I'm gonna do. I will go kill this army and go and get money from France. And we are a great power right now, which is great power number 8. We finally won, like, stack wiped Montcalm in a battle. So let me just go right now straight for Paris. The thing is, they have level 8 fort, level 8 fort, level 8 fort, level 2, level 2. So we should theoretically go through Franche-Comté if possible. And I'm also gonna go and take this technology, which will allow me to take more from Austria. As the issue is, we will not have much admin mana to core the provinces. What if I just get access from all of these nations around here, and somehow this will get me to fort level 2 in Franche-Comté, then Auxerrois, and then straight to Paris. I will not have to go through the level 8 forts of this line. Remember that assaulting the forts is fairly strong in this battle, so let me show you. It's 26.5 thousand troops at the beginning of it. So at the end we are left with 23.3 thousand troops. So I can go farther and do exactly the same in Auxerrois. So our force conference is 5%. Let me rush now this fort, which will be even easier. Yeah, now we've got how much war score? Now we have 8% of the France. And with Paris, we will be probably good to go to peace out for the money. And I'm getting engaged at homeland. Look, Austria rebuilt the army. Let me run. Yeah, let me run and just not fight them. Okay, let me peace out France, because they're sieging Prague over here. Just let me break your alliance with Commonwealth so I can kill them easier. And then take as much money as you're gonna accept. If you take 1,000 ducats and war reparations, if you take 800 ducats, if you take 600 ducats. Okay, so this way you can repay some of the loans. Okay, this is Mr. France. Then from Austria, we definitely want all the money, we want the war reparations, and we want to break the alliance with Russia. Then I want to take both of the gold mines and just fix the border so they'll be fairly nice. This is not much of a expansion, and we should be having almost enough of army mana to go those provinces. So let me send the peace deal. And now Prussia looks even better. Next step is gonna do the same to Saxony, and of course take even more provinces from Commonwealth, maybe even Sweden, to fix the borders over here. And we even managed to finish the 7 Years' War before an actual 7 Years' War was finished. Now if you take everyone back home and delete the mercs, we're no longer over the first limit. We've wasted half of our army professionalism. Let me start repaying some of the loans. Let's see. What if I repay every single loan that is not 1%? How much money I will be left with? And what will be our balance? Our balance is right now 3, which is gonna be even better when I turn off the forts. I can get rid of the fort entrenching. I prefer to have one in the gold mine, and I'm gonna keep all the other forts as they are. Now we have fairly nice balance with turn of army especially, and we can invest the money to increase our income. But first, let me rival Commonwealth, let me rival Austria, and let me rival Sweden. With the money that I have, I need to do a few investments. First of all, manpower buildings, the best ones. Then they want the forced stream. I don't even have money for the forced stream buildings. Then canting houses, but maybe let's not invest into canting house, because canting house costs 360 and is giving 100% production, right? Workshop is giving half, but it's costing just 90 ducats, so it's costing way less. Let me invest in a couple of those instead. As part of fixing borders plan, I'm going to start with attacking Saxony, and I'm gonna go for the nationalism, but that's gonna not work for those two provinces. Let's go for the imperialism if I want to take all of those to fix the borders. That's gonna be not so many troops to fight. Let me go and attack and start sieging them down. Of course, it's gonna be full annexation, not that much of aggressive expansion. Take those provinces. Looks better? Looks better. Next step, Sweden. As gold mines just got cored and I have a lot of half-stated provinces in my country, I'm gonna just pay Albimana to state both of the gold mines and decrease our autonomy in both of them. This way, if some of the diplo points that we are having, I'm gonna invest, and I'm gonna invest, so this way our income is already 70. Mentioned Sweden is having only one ally, Zlewikk, and look at this, 19,000 troops. What they can do, they are absolutely without any chance, and we can this way go with the nationalism casus belli, because this is for all of those provinces that we need, which is only 50% of aggressive expansion, so I'm gonna go for the Stargard. Yes, I wanted Great Britain to come and help, but not with 17 transport ships. They can, even Great Britain cannot win such a naval battle. And another 17 transport ships, this time from 13 colonies. And the piece is 13% of the war score and just 14 of aggressive expansion, so that's not a problem. Let me piece them out. And it is fixing the borders even farther. And it unlocks me a mission which is Pomeranian Succession, Prussian Expansion, 3 mill points, and Conquer Silesia. Nationalist casus belli is so worth it that I'm also gonna attack Mecklenburg to get additional 2 provinces to fix the borders even more. And fun fact, when I was destroying Sweden, Poland thought that they can, so they attacked Sweden, and right now is pretty much the second deluge. I really don't want to fight all of those countries just to get one Anhalt useless province, but borders. It's not gonna be fixed until we fix the borders, so let me declare the war on them. Final war is gonna be against Poland to completely clear the borders, so let me declare the war. Spain is gonna help them, so I'm gonna call Great Britain to kill Spain, and this is gonna be the Imperialis casus belli. What? They theoretically have 400,000 troops? I guess I'm gonna wipe them. Can I defeat 51k Wind Hussars after all, with 30,000 of Prussians? I think that should be possible, but I'm still not so sure. Let's see. Okay, that went far better than I expected. Shall we try the same, but this time with my whole army, not just half of it. Friedrich just died. We know we can have the strict ruler and we lost the general here, but I have another one with infantry compatibility, the Gebhard Schnittern 6-4, which should be also good enough to maybe even wipe these 60,000 of Spaniards. No, but it was close enough. So now they are left with still a lot of troops. We need to kill more. So I'm gonna take something like this. That's not much of a overextension and I guess expansion. And at the same time, that's gonna be very beautiful on the map mode right now. This way, there's another mission, which is Conquer Greater Poland. So, if we take a look of our income, this is right now 102, which is beautiful compared to what we started with. Our first limit is 95, and maximum power at 103k. So I think we definitely not only saved Prussia from the 7 Years' War, but we also fairly nicely expanded them, and naturally soon we would be forming Germany like 70 years ahead of time. So guys, thank you so much for watching today, and if you enjoyed this historical ruined campaign series, remember to leave a like on this video and tell me in comments any other ideas what should we save next.